Hello, good afternoon to you all. I thank you for joining this very important maiden investment webinar series. I take the opportunity to welcome each and every one of you for taking time off your busy schedule to join us, have an opportunity to interact. Indeed, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. No other investment yields as great a return as the investment in education. And as such, an educated workforce is actually the foundation of every community and the future of every economy. I take this opportunity one more time to welcome you. I want to inform you that this webinar series will be recorded and will be on our social media platforms, where if you have the opportunity to go back to it and have the opportunity to look at the discussions that we are going to have today. So you see it on Twitter, you see it on our website, you see it on Facebook, and you also see it on Instagram. One more time, I welcome you all to this very important maiden session of the Republic Investments Winneba. To commence, we would like to invite the Chief Executive Officer of Republic Investments to give us the welcome address.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And you are welcome to Republic Investments webinar. This webinar is meant to share with you some strategies that would support your wealth creation journey. We are excited to have you join us towards this journey for financial freedom. As we all know, building wealth is a goal for many of us, but it can seem like a daunting task. But that is why we have called you into this webinar today to share these nuggets with you. We have a goal for you, and our goal is to provide you with actionable tips and illustrations so you can make informed decisions and take control of your financial future. Please stay tuned and let's dive in and explore the world of investment strategies for wealth creation together. You are warmly welcome.
Thank you so much, the CEO of Republic Investments, Mrs. Marlinette, for that very insightful welcome address. We'd like to inform all our cherished attendees that we appreciate your opportunity to join us this afternoon. We'll also like you to know that we'd like this session to be very interactive. Hence, kindly put your questions in our Q&A session or in our Q&A question box, and we'll be more than glad to actually answer them. Now, as we proceed, we'd like to introduce our speaker for today's webinar series. And I'd like to introduce the presenter. Mr. Kwesi Anamwa-Baiden is a seasoned investment banker with over a decade of experience in investment management and client relationship management. He schooled at Achimota Senior High School, proceeding to the University of Ghana to study economics and political science. He's an astonished member of the Vandal family. He holds a license as an investment advisor from the Securities and Exchange Commission with rich experience in capital market operations. He's currently a business development manager with the Republic Bank Group, Republic Investments, Business Development, and Financial Advisory Department. Mr. Baiden is a family man, he's a Christian, and a lover of God's work. Ladies and gentlemen, I present our speaker for today's session, Mr. Kwesi Anamwa-Baiden, who will take us through some nuggets and an opportunity to learn as well. Thank you all and stay tuned.
Right. Thank you so much, Justice. And once again, we welcome each and every one of you to the maiden edition of the Republic Investments webinar series. We at Republic Investments are excited to come your way. The topic for today's session will be investment strategies for wealth creation. We actually have a lineup of events for you this year, 2024 and beyond. And there's a team of seasoned investment bankers who will be coming your way to share with you some key insights and highlights with regards to financial planning, and also to assist you in your investment journey as we move along. So stay tuned for another alert with regards to another investment webinar series where we'll be coming your way with some key highlights to assist you in your investment journey. So to begin today, we'll be touching on investment strategies for wealth creation. I'm excited to be your host and your speaker for today's maiden edition. And I hope we'll have an interactive session as we move along. To begin, I just need to touch on Republic Investments as a company, as well as our regulators. Now, Republic Investments, we are regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission to undertake investment banking activities in Ghana. And for the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, we are licensed as a fund manager to be able to partake in fund management activities within the pension space. So we are licensed by SEC as well as the NPRA. Now, in order to put each and every one of us on the same wavelength as we go along this particular webinar series, we have some interesting quotes that was put together by the team here at Republic Investments. And you will notice that these quotes actually run through the entire presentation. And I just need us to think, very closely about these quotes as we move along. Now, we have one from Jeremiah Say, we have one from Warren Buffett, my personal favorite, and then one from Dave Ramsey as well. Now, Jeremiah says, investing is a journey of self-discovery. I love this one so much. It reviews your relationship with money. What are your natural tendencies when money comes into your hands? Are you that person that is quick to think of the next thing to buy, the next shiny restaurant to visit, or the next expenditure item? All these things are good, but what are your natural tendencies when money comes into your hands? What is your tolerance for risk? Are you that person that quickly moves into any other investment opportunity just because you are not able to tolerate some level of risk towards your investment, or we have some market changes? That is what Jeremiah is talking about. And your ability to stay disciplined in the face of uncertainty. This is a very powerful statement by Jeremiah saying. We have a second one by Warren Buffett that says, if you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your money. I'm sure you agree with me that there are many at times we've actually taken decisions with regards to our money when we actually give into our emotions just because of temporary market situations, and it did cost us a lot of money. Warren is trying to say that we need to control our emotions once we've set ourselves up towards a very strong financial goal to be able to achieve it. And therefore, once you can control your emotions, you are one individual who can also control your money. So if you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your money. Very powerful statement from Warren Buffett. Now, we have a final one from Dave Ramsey that says, earning a lot of money is not the key to prosperity. I love this one so much. How you handle it is. And it is so important that whatever is coming into your space, someone might say what is coming is not enough, but the key factor is what you do with the money that is coming into your space is what will actually make the difference when it comes to your finances. So let's take note of these key quotes as we go along this presentation. Just a little market overview with regards to Ghana's economy. We currently know headline inflation is currently around 25.8%. We saw it rise to the heights of 54.1%. It dropped down to about 23.2%. It's risen up marginally to about 25.8%. As Ghanaians, we've actually seen firsthand the impact of inflation when it comes to the purchasing power of our income, which is our currency, the Ghana cedi. And we really understand what inflation is all about. It's just looking at the rate of the general rising of prices of goods and services within an economy. We've seen a debt to GDP ratio. It dropped somewhere in the region of 66%. Currently is around about 83.6% during the last review by the IMF. With regards to outlook in coming years, there's quite a positive outlook on this, that this figure is going to drop steadily as we move along in terms of the macroeconomic decisions that are being taken up on this as well. Monetary policy rate is currently standing at 29%, and this has indication in terms of how much we are able to get in terms of borrowing from the financial services sector. And all these have implications on us as individuals in Ghana. Now, what does this mean to us, and what are the strategies we are going to actually employ to ensure that we have a strategy to win in the face of all these macroeconomic indicators? Ladies and gentlemen, in this webinar right now are people with different financial health status. The question I have for you is, what are your financial needs as an individual? Are you that person that is planning for retirement? We have various kinds of debt. We have good debt, we have bad debt as well. Are you somebody who is trying to look at settling some bad debt that has put a burden on your finances? Are you that individual that is currently looking at a major purchase? Probably you want to buy a property, you want to buy a car, something that is capital intensive, and you need finances to be able to achieve this kind of purchase. Are you somebody who is looking at putting down money to solve some issues with regards to recurring expenses? All these things are very important for us as we go along. And the question to you is, what are your financial needs? This is so important because once you can identify your financial needs, it sets the pace for you to set very clear goals for yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, I introduce my next slide, which has to do with what are your financial goals, or what is a financial goals. These are specific measurable objectives that you want to undertake to achieve financial independence. Now, these goals must be very specific, and as we go along, we'll be educating you on how you can set smart financial goals. They must be specific, they must be measurable, they must be achievable, they must be relevant to you as an individual. And most importantly, it needs to be time-bound. A goal without any time is just a wish. It's just a wish that you want to achieve this. But once you set a time limit to it, it puts some kind of urgency to actually assist you to be able to achieve them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about financial goals. You can have many goals for yourself, but we are looking at the financial goals to ensure that all important financial independence in which we want to achieve. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the strategies for financial planning to assist you to achieve these financial goals for yourself as an individual? As I made mention earlier on, you need to clearly state the financial goal for yourself. State it clearly. Now, in doing that, you also need to assess your current financial position. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very simple exercise for you by the end of this particular webinar session, where I need you to pick a pen and a paper. Simply write down how much money is coming into your space on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. There are people on this webinar who are earning an income every 2 weeks based on the pay structure of your company. There are others who are receiving this income every month. We have people who are running their own business, and based on your business income, you know how much money is coming into your space on a daily basis. What are you doing with the money that is coming into your space? You can only do that by having a very good assessment of your current financial position. It will surprise you to note that when you put these daily, weekly, and monthly cash flows that are coming to you and you annualize it, you'll be surprised that we have people on this webinar who are earning about 500,000 Ghana cedis per annum. Others are earning about 60,000 Ghana cedis per annum. Others are even earning in dollars, depending on where you find yourself. Once you have been able to assess your current financial position, it puts you on that level where you can actually decide that, okay, this is how much money is coming into my space. How much am I going to save for myself as an individual? In assessing your current financial position, you will also notice that probably you are in a position where you have a huge financial burden ahead of you, where you want to have a major purchase in future. Probably you are currently in a debt situation where, as I said, we have good debt and we have bad debt. Probably you have some bad debt you are looking at settling so that you can start building some cash flow for yourself. Just assess that current financial position, because it will serve as an excellent starting point for you to set a solid financial goal for yourself. Now, you need to define what you want to achieve and by what time. Like I said, a goal without a time is just a wish. It's something that you just wish to achieve. But once you have a time limit to it, it sets you up to be able to push towards that time limit as well. You need to assess your risk profile. There are people in this webinar who are currently nearing their pension. If you are nearing your pension, there are various investment opportunities available for you where you do not expose your income to risk, because nearing pension, you must be looking at near cash assets, things that can actually generate some kind of revenue for yourself in terms of cash when you're on pension. And that's not the time to invest into risky instruments. People who are young actually have the time to leverage, actually have time ahead of them where they can leverage on some level of risky investment for long-term gains in terms of their finances for them, because they have a lot of time ahead of them. So let's assess our risk profile. Let's develop a very solid financial plan. It could be short-term, medium-term, or long-term. Short-term is anything you want to achieve in less than 1 year. So if there's something you want to achieve in less than 1 year, that is a short-term goal for yourself. Anything you're looking at achieving, probably you need to pay your rent every 2 years. So you're looking at a medium to long-term, 3 to 5 years. You need to set a goal for yourself. You can actually do that. Long-term is anything beyond 5 years. So ladies and gentlemen, let's identify some of these goals we have for ourselves. Let's be very clear. Let's be specific to be able to achieve them. Let's seek professional advice in everything that we are doing. Now, the problem is that there are so many people who are setting, some kind of decisions with regards to their finances and taking decisions on where they want to place their investment. What you notice is that indeed is quite, the decision is definitely yours. You are the one who is earning the income, and you are the one who is doing all the hard work to actually attract all this important cash flow into your space. But then most of the time we are taking decisions with regards to our finances without seeking professional advice. And when it goes wrong, that is when we end up in the banking hall to come and seek professional advice that I tried this, it didn't work out. But you could have avoided that kind of mistake for yourself if you had just sought out professional advice. Indeed, you agree with me that if you are not feeling too well in terms of health, you seek advice from a medical professional. If you are someone who has a problem with your vehicle, you definitely seek advice from a mechanic. The same way, if you are looking at taking a solid financial plan for yourself, taking a decision within the financial space, always seek professional advice before you do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce you to the concept of always paying yourself first. It is so important. We have a lot of people on this webinar where we are doing all the hard work. You are running your business, you are earning an income, but this income that is coming into your space, the first natural tendency is to pay off bills, to do the normal things we do. Pay the school fees. Everything is payment, bills. And at the end of the day, the income source that is coming in, all the money is going out from our pocket, and the bank balance is always showing red. How do we avoid this? Let's always pay ourselves first. And if you can hear me clearly, I think you can repeat this after me. A part of all that I earn is mine to keep. I think it's important we have to repeat this to ourselves. A part of all that I earn is mine to keep. Let's ensure that once we are doing the hard work, we ensure that we set some aside for ourselves towards investment. Let's create a budget. Budget is very important. It's simply looking at where the money is coming from and where the money is going. If you have a very clear budget, you are able to control this cash flow on your budget, and it is quite important. Let's build an emergency fund. We usually recommend having at least 6 months of your living expenses saved and invested for you, so that in case of emergency, you can always fall on it. We have multiple investment products available for you to be able to achieve all these objectives that you'll be setting for yourself. Let's stay disciplined. Let's stay patient when it comes to our investments. Stick to your plan, and let's avoid impulsive decisions. Indeed, if you make permanent decisions in temporary market situations, they will definitely cost you. If something happens within a temporary market situation, that will correct itself, and you are taking permanent decisions on that, you agree with me that a permanent decision must be taken for a permanent market situation. So when you have a temporary situation where you are taking a permanent decision, it is going to go a long way to affect you, and we need to stay disciplined and patient when it comes to our investment. Automating our investment is very important. Here at Republic Investments, if you have a Republic Bank account, you can actually set a standing order for your investments. If you are that individual who has any bank account outside Republic Bank, we have a direct debit platform that allows us to make automated deductions from any bank account of your choice seamlessly into your investment account without any transfer charges currently. So let's automate our investment, because for most individuals, it's quite difficult for you to, weave your way through the traffic, find your way in the banking halls, fill a form to actually go and make a deposit towards your investment. So once you have an amount that you can let go on a monthly basis, where it is comfortable for you, it's a good starting point to automate your investment. And then you can definitely build up if you have any extra through our various payment channels. Now, ladies and gentlemen, taking a long-term view on your investment is very important. In fact, research has shown that people who are able to take long-term decisions with regards to their finances are actually in a better position to achieve any financial goal that they have for themselves. You agree with me that if you are actually setting a financial goal for yourself or a financial plan, and it's towards your children's education in the next 10 years, probably they are young and you are trying to build some educational fund for them towards their university education, it is different how you handle money. If you are taking decisions with regards to your finances where you have a long-term plan, the decisions that you are going to take today are going to be different, because it's different the way you see money. So, ladies and gentlemen, even in taking any decision with regards to your life, your career, the further you are able to look into the future, the better decisions you will take today. And that is why taking a long-term view on your finances is very, very important. Let's look at some common mistakes we need to avoid in setting clear and specific goals for ourselves. We've spoken about lack of clear or specific goals. We've spoken about chasing trends. We've spoken about unrealistic expectations towards our investments. Having a short-term focus is also one of the key things we need to avoid, where I've emphasized the point on long-term investing. Lack of diversification is also very key, and definitely you need to actually have a look at all these things to avoid these mistakes in making solid financial planning or goals for yourself as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, some 2 years ago, the investment banking industry actually had some market reforms by the regulator. Key highlight on these market reforms had to do with the mark-to-market valuation that actually came into play somewhere late October, November in 2022. And then we had the debt exchange program that actually came into play fully effect in 2023. Now, these market reforms actually saw for the first time investment values for some of our products to become a bit volatile with regards to their pricing. Mark-to-market valuation was simply looking at marking investment values directly to its market performance, and therefore, based on the price changes of these investments, the investment values were supposed to reflect the exact in terms of changes in these market prices. So you could see your investment go up. You also could see the values of your investment come down as well. Now, this volatility, as well as the debt exchange program, actually, as a company, we received all these concerns from our investors, and management worked tirelessly around this. What was the response strategy to the market reforms that actually occurred some 2 years ago in 2022? So we set up the subclass funds in 2023 April, where we had approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission to be able to manage a separate portfolio. So these subclass funds are not new products. The same unit trust account you have, the same Republic Wealth Trust account you have, the same Republic REIT account you have. These products, we had approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission to manage a separate portfolio, whereby all your new deposits that are coming into these funds, what you realize is that they are not being affected by the volatility in terms of market prices. And in terms of liquidity, we had improved liquidity with regards to the subclass funds, because with the debt exchange program, these bonds were not trading, and therefore it made liquidity not to be, in terms of its availability, to be quite low on the investment market. So the subclass funds actually came to address these issues. And for anyone who is currently on the fence, not sure where to place their funds, once you have a very solid financial goal for yourself and you're looking for products you can actually partake in to be able to assist you achieve the kind of financial goals you actually have planned for yourself, the sub funds are already in existence from April last year to date. and they are doing extremely well, and we can actually resume our investments on the sub-funds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at some key performances on the sub-funds since its inception in 2023, April last year. These are yields, and as you can see, the yield for 2024 for Republic Wealth Trust currently stands at 24.6%, and then the yield for the Republic Unit Trust Subclass fund, it currently stands at 20.33%. So these are yields where they change on a daily basis based on the valuations we run on these investments, and they are doing extremely well. Ladies and gentlemen, some benefits of the Subclass fund, just like for those of us who already have these products already and we've seen the way they perform, they are highly liquid investments. They have very competitive returns. They don't have any volatility, as was the case with regards to the old portfolio. Currently, investments in collective investment schemes, they are tax-free. So therefore, any returns you actually accrue on your investment account do not attract any form of tax. You can actually use your investments to secure any security from the bank. So if you are someone who is running your business and you want to actually secure a loan facility from the bank, you can actually do so with the investment you have or the value of the investment you have in your investment account. Definitely, we have professional and experienced fund managers, and for anybody looking at creating wealth for themselves over time, these are key products that can actually assist you to be able to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, why keep investing? Why keep investing? Time value of money is very important. The cedi today is definitely better than the cedi tomorrow. In fact, someone put it rightly that the cedi you save today would actually assist you to afford tomorrow. So it is always important that if you have some money today, you put that money to work so you can earn some good income with regards to the amount of money you are putting down today. The Great Financial Exchange is just leveraging on the fact that as individuals, we need to look at time as a factor for investment. Investment is simply setting aside a specific amount of money over a given period of time so you earn a return. There are people on this particular webinar who are young, and therefore you can take advantage of time. Great Financial Exchange is looking at your potential earnings you have ahead of you. So if you have age 60 and you know your age right now and you subtract your age from 60, if there's anybody on this webinar who has an age or a figure more than 20 years, you have a lot of potential to create wealth for yourself over the period. And this is very key when it comes to the Great Financial Exchange. Market conditions do change, and we need to leverage time to be able to benefit from the market, the changes in market conditions, and all importantly, to achieve all our financial goals for ourselves. This is why we need to actually stay focused and keep investing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting question for you. And the question is, based on the entire discussion we've had, with regards to setting goals for yourself, with regards to the important strategies we need to put in place, and also learning about the Subclass funds. These are key products that can actually assist us to put into practice the goals that we've set for ourselves and how we can actually achieve them with the products. The question we have for you is, do you want to become a millionaire legitimately? Ladies and gentlemen, we have some key interesting figures to which we would like to share with you, and kindly pay very close attention as we move along. Now, what we have here is what we call the power of a planned investment. And on your screen currently is an individual, and this is purely for illustrative purposes because we are using an estimated return of 20%. You agree with me that Ghana is currently enjoying a high interest rate regime, and therefore 20% is quite conservative. We look at the 1-year treasury note, is currently about 27-28%. 91 days is currently hovering between 24-25%. So we are currently experiencing a high interest rate regime in Ghana, and 20% is quite a conservative rate. So this is purely for illustrative purposes. Now, for that individual that is investing 200 Ghana cedis, so you decide you want to invest 200 Ghana cedis consistently over the period. If you are investing for a year, your contribution or your savings is just 2,400 Ghana cedis. So you are putting down 200 in January, 200 in February, 200 in March, consistently for the year. You have 2,400 Ghana cedis at the end of the first year. Now, the interest earned, as you can see, if somebody is quick and has picked the calculator to do a simple interest calculation, the news is that this is not a simple interest calculation. So you notice that the interest earned within the first year is not so much, but it's a build-up. And you'll notice that you didn't start at 2,400 from January. You actually started with 200 Ghana cedis in January. And this 200 Ghana cedis came in consistently month on month on month. So 200 cedis January, February, but the one you paid in December has only lasted for a few days. So this is an annuity computation. And based on the annuity computation, I think Albert Einstein puts it as the eighth wonder of the world, whereby compounding returns can actually blow your mind when you actually allow time to work for you. So your net worth, you could be worth 2,608 Ghana cedis 0.24 at the end of the first year. Let's see what happens in 10 years' time. Your savings component is just 24,000 Ghana cedis. This is what you have saved for yourself as an individual if you decided to do 200 Ghana cedis monthly using the estimated return of 20%. Your interest component is 42,257 Ghana cedis, 64 pesos. And then your bank balance or your net worth could be 66,257.6. Ladies and gentlemen, from this, you can see clearly that the interest component far outweighs what you have actually put down in terms of savings for yourself. Now, when you are consistent with this for 20 years, 48,000 is what you have saved. The interest component, 413,000 Ghana cedis, 770.87 pesos. Your bank balance or your net worth could be 461,770 Ghana cedis, 0.87 pesos. This is what a planned investment can do for you. For that individual that is looking out for the 1 million Ghana cedis figure, where you want to hit that 1 million figure, 500 Ghana cedis could do this for you once you are consistent with this investment for a period of 20 years. So for that individual who is doing 500 Ghana cedis consistently for 20 years, you would have saved 120,000 Ghana cedis. Your interest component alone is 1,034,427 Ghana cedis, 19 pesos. And your bank balance, you could be worth 1,154,427 Ghana cedis, 19 pesos. This is what a planned investment can do for you. And this is for illustrative purpose. There are people who can do more. So for that individual who can do 1,000 Ghana cedis consistently over the period, 1,000 Ghana cedis. So for example, you want to invest towards your retirement and you have a figure in mind. I think if you have 2 million Ghana cedis, you could benefit from the returns in some form of cash flow for yourself. You can actually do this 1,000 Ghana cedis consistently for a 20-year period. We are looking at 240,000 Ghana cedis as savings for yourself. Interest component is 2 million Ghana cedis, 68,854 Ghana cedis, 37 pesos. Your net worth, 2.3 million. There are people on this webinar who can do more. Probably you're running your own business or you're in a high income earning bracket where you can do 2,000 Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the figure for yourself. Interest component is 4 million Ghana cedis. Your savings alone is 480,000. At this point, I'm sure you agree with me that the opportunity cost for not deciding to put your money into an investment vehicle is so huge. This is the cost you pay when you decide not to do an investment. And if you are that individual on this call where you are taking that decision to set a very solid financial goal for yourself to be able to achieve this figure in the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, this is what you could be worth at the end of the period once you decide to do a planned investment for yourself. Bank balance, we are looking at 4.6 million. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people who have been nurturing money for a long time. And if you're on this webinar and you are that individual where you are not looking at building the money gradually, you're actually looking at having somebody manage a portfolio for you where you have the balance to be able to do so. In terms of regulation, regulation has set a minimum threshold of 100,000 Ghana cedis for you to be part of our high net worth portfolio investment. We have individuals who have 10 million Ghana cedis. We have people who have 5 million Ghana cedis. We have people who have the balance sheet to be able to do huge investments. If you are looking for an institution to manage a unique portfolio for you, Republic Investments, we have a product for you where you can have a unique portfolio being managed for you. Our team of investment bankers will have a discussion with you. They will find out your risk tolerance level, how long you plan on investing. They will provide you with options in which you can select within your portfolio mix. And once you have a minimum of 100,000 Ghana cedis and above, they can actually assist you, fashion a very unique portfolio for yourself to be able to give you optimal returns against the basic benchmark, which is the treasury bills. So if you have a minimum 100,000 Ghana cedis and above, and you are looking for a unique portfolio to be managed for you, we can actually assist you with our high net worth portfolio investment option for you. This is just some figures to let you know how the figures can actually churn out for you. And if you have a portfolio mix for illustrative purposes, averaging about 20%, this is just to give you an idea of your net worth over the period. So 20% consistently over the period. If you start with 100,000, in 10 years, we are looking at about 619,000 for you. So the 100,000 can actually grow to about 619,000 within the 10-year period. For that individual who is looking at starting with 500,000 or more, 500,000, just to give you an idea, with an estimated return of 20% consistent over the period for 10 years, we are looking at 3 million Ghana cedis, 95,868.21, which you can actually achieve with this particular portfolio. Ladies and gentlemen, your funds are not limited to what you start with. You can actually make regular contributions to it, but the minimum to start with is a minimum of 100,000 Ghana cedis. So, ladies and gentlemen, the dawn to keep your investments active is definitely now. Consistency and time are best friends for financial independence. And as you can see, Republic Investments, we actually have all the payment channels available for you to assist you in your investment journey. You can pay cash, you can do checks, standing orders, direct debits, post-dated checks. Republic mobile app, you can actually download it from Apple Play Store or Google Play Store, where you can seamlessly check your investment balance and make deposits towards your investments. And for those of us who love to use the mobile money, *737 *80#, you can actually use that to keep your investment active. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are our contact lines. We have an interactive WhatsApp and call line, 057-790-4042, 057-790-4033. So you can actually reach us on call or WhatsApp on these lines. We also have our company lines, as well as the contact numbers for some key members of our business development team, where you can reach us directly for any queries or questions or any form of inquiry that you might have towards your investment. We can actually assist you. We are social as well. You can reach us on Instagram, Facebook, and X, and our website and our email addresses are currently being displayed on your screen. So kindly take a screenshot of this, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. To end my session, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with Proverbs 13:22. It says, "A good man leaves an inheritance not only for himself or his children, but his children's children." Know that for every income you earn, there is a fruit and a seed. The seed component is not just for you, but it is for yourself, your children, as well as your children's children. Let's take decisions towards our investment. Let's take decisions towards our finances to be able to create wealth for generations ahead of us. We are grateful for your time. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bading. Thank you so much, Mr. Bading. Indeed, it has been mind-blowing. It's been excellent. I don't know whether you took notes. I took a lot of notes. I took a lot of notes. I don't know about you, but I'm so happy that you joined us. If you just joined us, you are very welcome to the Maiden Investment Webinar Series for Republic Investments. This is just the beginning of our many webinars that will be coming your way. And like we said, just put your questions in the Q&A box, and you can also keep your comments coming in the chat. Those of you who are on X, we are seeing your comments on Instagram and on Facebook. We appreciate you all for joining. Mr. Baden, we've gotten to the question and answer segment, and I can see some very interesting questions. I would like to start with one from Messi Love Alpha. Hello, good afternoon. Will the recording be uploaded on YouTube so that those of us busy at the moment in the office can watch this webinar later? This is coming from Messi Love Alpha, and I'll just take the pain from our presenter and just quickly answer that. Yes, Messi, you can. We'll be uploading the recording of this webinar on our YouTube, on all our social media handles, and you'll be able to have access and watch it again. Mr. Baden, this question is from Mr. Isaac Oben. Mr. Isaac Oben is asking, what happens if my contribution isn't consistent? For instance, instead of doing 12 installments for a year, I did 8. How would the interest be calculated?
Hello, Isaac. Thank you so much for your question. That was an excellent question from Isaac. So Isaac is trying to find out what happens to his investments if he's able to just do 8 months out of the 12 months, and therefore he's not consistent with his deposit. Isaac, the investment products we have available are open-ended funds. Open-ended funds simply means that you can make deposits at any point in time, and therefore you are not required to make the full 12-month contribution, or it's not compulsory for you to make that consistent deposits for the period. What we shared with you was for illustrative purposes. There are people who can actually make the deposits quarterly. There are people who can do the deposits half yearly. We have people who can do this weekly based on the kind of incomes they are earning, whether they are doing their own business or probably their cash flows are coming in every 2 weeks or something. So Isaac, if you are doing 8 months in a year and that is your strength, you can simply go ahead and do that. These are open-ended funds, but always remember that for investments, consistency is key. Once you are consistent with the amount you are always paying in, whatever you add onto your investment is reinvested for you, and therefore the rate at which interest is accruing on your investment will also grow up. So just be consistent with your investment, and if your strength is 8 months in a year, you can definitely go ahead and do the 8 months. But always note that these are open-ended funds and you can make the payments at any point in time. Probably somebody is wondering, if I'm doing the consistent payment for 12 months, can I make additional payments to the consistent payment for the 12 months? The answer is simply yes. You can definitely add on to your investment at any point in time. Many a times we receive some cash flow within our space, but because we don't have a product where we can channel these cash flows to be able to capture it, nurture it, and allow it to grow for us, that money is usually wasted. So Isaac, definitely you can top up your investment at any point in time using the various payment channels that we have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baden. Thank you so much. Before we move to the next question, if you just join us, like I said, you are welcome to our investment webinar series. This is the first and the maiden edition of our investment webinar series that will be coming your way. Indeed, we have learned a lot. I took a lot of notes, but if you just join us, one of the key things I remember our speaker said is that earning a lot of money is not the key to prosperity. How you handle it is. Meaning that it's not actually how much income is coming your space, but what you do to that income. And he also touched on the natural tendencies when money comes to you. What is your reaction? You think about expenses when money comes to you, or you think about multiplying an aspect of that income that has come your space. Now I'll pause here and I'll just move to my next question that is coming from Salome Ado. I'll come back to touch on some of a few nuggets from our speaker. Now, Salome Ado is asking Mr. Baden, hi, I am currently living outside Ghana. I have an investment fund at Republic Bank, and for the past 3 years, I have not been able to make contributions because I don't know how to make contributions with a foreign account. I have no local Ghana SIM to do Momo. What would you advise? And this is coming from Salome Ado. To you, Mr. Baden, you have the floor.
Hello, Salome, and thank you very much. That was another excellent question. Here at Republic Investments, we have various payment channels. Indeed, even for people who are outside the country, we have investors who are investing from Australia, from UK, from the US, and we have various payment channels through our correspondent banks. So if you want to make deposits towards your investment account, what we'll do is we'll pick your details. We'll send you an email with our corresponding bank details that can assist you to make payments seamlessly from any bank account of your choice, irrespective of what country you find yourself, whether it's the currency is euro, dollar, any currency at all. You can actually make these payments seamlessly through our corresponding bank details directly into your investment account. So there are investment opportunities available for you, even if you are not in Ghana, but you are outside the country, you can make investments directly to your investment account. So we'll pick your details and reach out to you after the webinar and share with you our corresponding bank details to assist you make deposits towards your investment account. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baden. One more time, I would like to inform our attendees to keep their questions coming. And we have a question from Albertina Soa. Mr. Baden, Madam Albertina wants to find out how soon does payment with *737*80 reflect in my account? How soon does payment did one and it is not yet reflected? Mr. Baden, if you have an answer for Albertina. Thank you.
Albertina, thank you so much for that excellent question as well. So for our clients who are making deposits through our mobile money short code *737*80#, currently at Republic Investments, we load the transactions at end of day. So any transactions you do within the day, you'll receive it by close of business the same day. So where you are making the payment over the weekend, you'll receive that deposit into your investment account the next available working day. So any payment that is done on a holiday or on a weekend, you receive it the next available working day. But once you do the payment within the week, you receive the alert in your investment account the same day. So that is what we do with regards to the mobile money deposits. So you do the transfers during the day by close of business, you receive the alert in your investment account. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baden. Before we move to the next question, if you just join us one more time, a few nuggets that was shared by Mr. Baden, very interesting nuggets. The question keeps asking is that, what do you do to the seed component within your salary or your income? Within your salary, within your income, there is seed and there is a fruit. Do you consume the fruit together with the seed, or you multiply the seed component within your salary or within your income? That was something that was shared by our speaker earlier on. Take a long-term view of your finances. Take a long-term view. So you have to be thinking long-term when it comes to your finances. And Mr. Baden shared with all of us that if you want to take better decisions today, you need to look into the future. And I always say that ladies do so well when it comes to taking a long-term view. They look so much into the future, then they can take the decision about you today. So my attendees, take a long-term view about your finances. The anonymous attendee wants to find out, I saw 1 year, 5 years, 15 years, and 20 years as the investment plan. Should I opt for 5 years? And along the line, I wish to terminate. Is it possible, and will I still accrue interest? This is from an anonymous attendee. Thank you.
Hello. Yes, so to our anonymous attendee, we would have loved to have your name so we could identify you clearly and respond appropriately. With regards to your decision to take the investment for 5 years, as I said earlier, these investments are open-ended funds, and as open-ended funds, you can have them for as long as you like. With regards to the surplus funds, which is currently where you receive your deposits are received currently for any deposit from last year, April to date. If you are running this investment for the next 5 years, the next 10 years, or any period in which you decide for yourself, these are open-ended funds, and therefore you can hold it for as long as you want. If it's 5 years and you want to terminate, that is fine. If it's 6 years and you want to terminate, that is fine. The most important thing is that once you leave the minimum investment amount, which is currently 50 Ghana cedis in the investment account, the account will not be closed. But if you are withdrawing below the minimum investment value of 50 Ghana cedis, it means you are opting to terminate and close the investment account, which of course you would have earned far more interest than that. And in a future date, if you wanted to come back into the investment vehicle, your account already exists for you. So probably you can look at making a withdrawal of how much you need at the end of the 5 years or 6 years, or any period in which you specify for yourself as against closing the investment account. But yes, they are open-ended funds. You can have them for as long as you like. So these are very flexible investment products, and definitely they can fit any investment goal or timeline that you have for yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Baden. Thank you, Mr. Baden. And now we'll go to our social media handle. I'm picking this question from X. So those of you on Facebook, those of you on Instagram, drop us the questions there, and we'll be more than excited to answer. So this question is coming from Twitter, and it's saying that, can we invite you to share this financial knowledge with our church or work colleagues? And this is coming from Mr. Abraham Obedika. Mr. Abraham Obedika is asking, can we invite you to share this financial knowledge with our church and work colleagues? And this is coming from X. We are grateful to you, Mr. Obedika.
Hello, Abraham, and thank you so much for your question. Abraham, here at Republic Investments, we are passionate about financial literacy. Indeed, the quality of decisions you make with regards to your finances is as a result of the quality of information you have. And definitely, if you need us to actually come to your church or any social group you have, maybe your group of friends, your year group, your institution, your company, any welfare group, we are more than happy to assist you or to have this investment webinar series in any setting in which you can actually invite us to come and assist you. So yes, Mr. Abraham, we are more than happy to assist you. Once you invite us to come over to your church, we'll be more than excited to share some of these important nuggets with you towards creating wealth for yourself or that all-important investment journey. So yes, we are available to do that. Just you can reach us from any of our bank branches. They will definitely send the information to us. You can reach us directly at Republic Investments. Probably I'll just share my screen one more time with regards to our contact details. So Mr. Abraham, on your screen currently, I'm displaying our contact information there. You can reach out to us directly, and we will be more than happy to have this all-important financial seminar series in any setting of your choice. That probably you have a specific topic you want us to handle in the area of finances. It could be budgeting, it could be settling or coming out of debt. Like I said, we have good debt, we have bad debt. There are people who need a strategy to be able to come out of bad debt. We'll be more than happy to assist you on any topic that you have. So these are our contact lines. Please feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Baden. We'll pick a question from Facebook. It dropped into our message. When will Republic Investments or Republic Bank come to the Volta region? This is from Sewa Amwa. When will Republic Investments or Republic Bank come to the Volta region? Wow, that is a very interesting one. Mr. Baden, do you have an answer for Sewa, please?
Hello, Sewa. Thank you so much for your question. Indeed, we have a lot of customers in the Volta region. We do not have a physical branch location there. I'm sure management will pick this up and actually have a look at that. But, you know, as I said, banking is now seamless on your mobile phone. You can actually download our Republic mobile app. You can open our online virtual account. You can make deposits seamlessly into your investment account. You can actually use our electronic channels to actually have access to your investment, irrespective of where you find yourself. So yes, we do not have a physical location yet in the Volta region. I'm sure there are plans for that, but you can always partake in any of our investment products. And we have quite a number of customers who reach out to us consistently from the Volta region. So you are not left out. If you want to have access to this investment, you can definitely do so as well. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Baden. We'll take the last but one question. This is from an anonymous attendee. Mr. Baden, can you explain how the interests are calculated? I think you try to address that in your submission, but this person wants to find out, can you explain how the interests are calculated? Maybe you can just touch on that a bit for those of our team members who just joined us, please.
Hello, and thank you very much for that all-important question. From our anonymous attendee, he or she wants to find out how interest is computed on the various investment accounts. We currently have 5 collective investment schemes we run, each of them investing into a unique market. Unit Trust is a money market fund. Our Wealth Trust is a medium to long-term fixed income fund. We have the Real Estate Investment Trust, which is the first and only real estate fund in Ghana. Now, as a company, we have the Equity Trust, which is investing on the stock market, and we have the Future Plan Trust, which is a balanced fund investing onto the stock market as well as the money market. Now, what we do is that, unlike other traditional investments like the T-bill, where you need to wait for a fixed period, 91 days, 182 days, 1 year, before you have interest accruing on your investment account, what we do is that we run valuations on our investment for the 4 products, Unit Trust, Republic Wealth Trust, Equity Trust, as well as the Future Plan Trust. We run valuations on our various asset holdings on a daily basis, and therefore you have a daily accrual of interest on these products. For the Republic Real Estate Investment Trust, which is the REIT, REIT by nature is more of a medium to long-term fund. And because these are looking at landed properties, some rental income, the valuation is done on a monthly basis because of the nature of the REIT fund. So for the products, daily valuation and accrual of returns on your investment account, REIT is looking at a monthly valuation and in terms of accrual of returns on your account. So basically, this is how the returns are computed on the various investments that we have. Thank you very much to our anonymous attendee. We wish you would use your name the next time so we can identify you correctly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baden. Thank you so much. The final question, which is coming from Anita Trinebois. The final question, which is coming from Anita Trinebois. I have an account with Unit Trust. I'm recently hearing sub-funds. What is the difference? I have an account with Unit Trust. I'm recently hearing sub-funds. What is the difference? So this is our final question, and that is coming from Anita Trinebois. Thank you.
Hello, Anita, and thank you so much for that all-important question. Just to emphasize the point one more time, the sub-funds are not a new product. The sub-funds is simply a separate portfolio we are managing from the already existing investment account that you have. So currently we have sub-funds for the Republic Unit Trust, the Republic Wealth Trust, and then the Republic Real Estate Investment Trust. So for every deposit that we are making into your investment account from last year, April till date, we have a separate portfolio that is being managed. This separate portfolio does not have the volatility that is being caused by the bond market prices. So you have stability in terms of the returns you are accruing on your investment in the sub-funds. In addition to that, liquidity is also not an issue with regards to the sub-funds because it has no investment in the volatile bond market prices, and therefore the same withdrawal procedure up to 5,000 Ghana cedis instant cash over the counter. You can receive that seamlessly from any Republic Bank branch. Where you are going beyond 5,000 Ghana cedis up to 10,000, you can receive it the same day, either through a transfer to a bank account of your choice or a check. Where you are going beyond 10,000 Ghana cedis, any amount above 10,000, give us a minimum 5 working days notice, and then the funds will be made available to you. So that is how the sub-funds work. They are not a new product. The same investment product you have, the Unit Trust, the Wealth Trust, and then the Real Estate Investment Trust. This is a separate portfolio we are managing that is protecting the deposits that you are making in these funds away from the volatility from the bond market. So that is the sub-funds for you. I hope that question has been answered. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baden. Thank you very much. Before we take our closing remarks from our Chief Executive Officer, we'd like to take the final question. Mr. Baden, you want to respond to a final question, please?
Yes, I just noticed Eric wants to log on to the mobile app, but he's currently facing a challenge where he's using the wrong registration phase. For anyone who wants to register on the mobile app, if you have a savings account or a current account with Republic Bank, then you can select the option, I have a bank account with Republic Bank. But where the only account you have is your investment account, you need to select the second option, which has to do with I do not have a Republic Bank account, because your account is an investment account. It will lead you to a separate registration page. And at the end of your registration, you'll be able to link your investment account to the mobile app when you are onboarded onto the mobile app. So if you are trying to register onto the mobile app and they are asking you for bank account and your card number and all of that, it's simply because you are using the registration page for somebody who has a savings account or a current account. So you need to use the second option, which is I do not have a Republic Bank account. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baden. I keep saying final question, but the questions are just coming, and this is a very interesting one. So I'll allow this last question just for us, those who want to find out about high net worth investment. So the question is asking if I have built an investment or if I have built finances already. So I have a huge sum of amount and I want to do high net worth investment. What do I do, or what is it about? I think this is what the person who sent in our chat is finding out. So if you can just touch on high net worth investments and how they can benefit from a high net worth portfolio investment, I'll be very glad.
All right, so that's an excellent question. Here at Republic Investments, we have a high net worth investment plan for anybody who has a minimum 100,000 Ghana cedis and above. So with a minimum of 100,000 Ghana cedis, which is a regulatory threshold. As I said earlier during the presentation, we have people who have 10 million, 5 million and above. So 100,000 is just for regulatory purposes to separate investments in other investment products we have from the high net worth portfolio management plan. So if you have a minimum 100,000 Ghana cedis and above, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, any amount above 100,000, we have a team of investment professionals here at our investment management team. They will definitely have a unique discussion with you to find out your risk tolerance level, how long you plan on investing. They will share with you a portfolio mix of various assets in which you can select to actually work out a unique portfolio for yourself as an individual. Now, this portfolio is going to be managed to earn you optimal returns as against traditional investments like just going directly into T-bill, that is the treasury bill, or any other investments of that nature. So our investment management team here at Republic Investments, once you get in touch with us, we'll be more than happy to take you through our high net worth portfolio management system, where a few questions will be asked and a unique portfolio will be managed for you to earn you optimal returns as against the basic benchmarks that we have. So basically, that is how the high net worth portfolio management product works. I hope this has been able to provide some level of clarity for you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baden. Indeed, it has provided some level of clarity, and I'm expecting that if you're on the call or if you are here and you have any amount above 100,000, yes, we can accommodate you, get a portfolio that suits you, like Mr. Baden said, and you enjoy the good returns thereof. At this juncture, we would like to invite the Chief Executive Officer of Republic Investments, Mrs. Madelinette, to give us her closing remarks.
Good afternoon again, and thank you all for joining us today on this webinar. Indeed, it has been very interactive. The attendance was impressive, and we are pleased that we explored together effective investment strategies for wealth creation. I hope that you found the insights that we shared very informative and valuable. We need to remember that wealth creation is a long-term journey that requires us to be disciplined. we need patience and the right strategies. By applying the principles that we shared today, we are hopeful that you'll be able to take control of your financial future. I took some key takeaways and I want to share a few with you. One that I enjoyed most was pay yourself first. A part of all that I earn is mine to keep. Please love yourself too and pay yourself first. Another one I noted was state clearly what your financial goals are. And I think this is very essential for all of us. All right, so I'll share with us my key takeaways. And my key takeaways were for us to pay ourselves first. Pay yourself first because a part of all that you earn is yours to keep. Please love yourself too. Another critical one was for you to state clearly what your financial goals are. Without that, you wouldn't know what journey you are embarking on. Invest for the long term was so important to me. And this will help us to avoid getting caught up in short-term market fluctuations. Markets do fluctuate, and therefore having a long-term focus will help us to keep at our wealth creation goal. Very important for you also is to automate your investments. Looking at our busy schedules and all the things that are running in our space all the time, it is critical for us to set up our standing orders and direct debits. It is a must-have, and it makes it easy for us to work towards our wealth creation. We also need to start early and be consistent with our investment approach. And please stay informed. Seek professional advice from the likes of Republic Investments. We are always ready to serve you. We did share our contacts. Please take our contacts and reach out. Thank you once again for your participation, and we wish you all the best on your wealth creation journey. Don't forget to follow us for more of our webinars and the resources that will provide to support your financial freedom. Remember, time, discipline, and consistency are best friends towards wealth creation, and this will help you to achieve your defined goal. Thank you, and do have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That was a very wonderful message from the CEO of Republic Investments, Mrs. Marlenetti. At this juncture, I would like to thank you for participating in this maiden edition of our Republic Investments webinar series. It has been an exciting time with you, consistently with over 250 joining, and we are very grateful for your time. We appreciate you, and we thank you so much. We expect that you get on board, you revive your standing orders, you get in touch with Republic Investments and see how big you can keep your investment active, start the investment journey with us. And one more time, I want to inform you that our payment channels are, you can do a direct deposit into your investment account through *737*80#. You can walk to any Republic Investment bank to do a cash deposit. You can do a check deposit. You can issue standing orders or direct debits from your bank account, and it will be coming every month into your investment account without any transfer charges. One more time, you can issue us post-dated check. And the most exciting amongst all of them is the Republic mobile app. If you are not on the app, get on Play Store, get on Google App Store and download the Republic mobile app, and you get an opportunity to enjoy the exciting time with being on the app. You can do your deposits, you can query your statements and get informed. So we thank you so much for joining this webinar, and we are very grateful for your time. At this juncture, we'll move to our closing prayer. Yes, we started with God silently, but we'll do our best to do that openly with our closing prayer from Mr. Edwin Jemfi. So you kindly unmute Mr. Edwin Jemfi and give us the closing prayer.
Shall we pray? Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you once again for the comprehensive lecture on investments. We want to thank you for the opportunity you've given to us We pray that you grant us the grace to have more opportunities in the name of Jesus. We pray committing our team into your hands. Father, guide them, give them wisdom to teach more on investments. We commit our customers into your hands. We commit our prospects into your hands. We pray, Father, give them the grace to be able to put money away to invest with us. We pray that you continue to guide us, lead us, and help us. We thank you for this great opportunity and for more opportunities in Jesus' mighty name. I pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Thank you all, and thank you all for participating in the maiden edition of the Republic Investment webinar series. Catch you at the next one. Bye-bye from myself and all the team members. This has been your MC, your moderator for the program. My name is Justice James Ni Ajitena Mwale. You can get in touch with myself or any of the team members. We'll be more than excited to help you and to assist you to be part of the Republic family. Thank you and have a good evening. Bye-bye from all of us.